We're here in Turf Valley's Extended Stay Villas, and we're going to be enjoying a wonderful soup prepared for us by Alexandra's sous chef, Steve Perkins. That's always a tongue twister, isn't it? Super sous chef. We have invited some guests to be with us today just to taste this wonderful minestrone soup. And believe me, we have the perfect day for soup. It's rainy, it's chilly, icky is the only word that suffices. But this soup is going to be so comforting. So I can't wait. Let's get started and we'll pour the wine, I promise, for our guests.
Thank you. That sounds great.
Right, so today we're making minestrone soup. And this is a really easy soup to make. I like to make it in the wintertime. It's hearty and keep you warm. We use some simple ingredients: celery, onion, beans. I use canned beans only because it's easier and you don't have to soak them. It's comparable to the dry beans and it tastes just as great. I also use canned tomatoes, baby spinach, chicken bouillon, Italian seasoning, black pepper, and garlic. I've selected ditalini pasta just because it's fun. I like this pasta the best, and thought we'd have some fun today.
Let's take this ditalini. Oopsie. You'll see. Alrighty then.
Start by cutting some onions. I've already cut some up ahead of time.
You can smell them, can't you?
Yeah, are those just regular yellow onions, or are they the sweet onions?
These are just plain white onions, Spanish onions. You can find them in the grocery store. I selected this soup also because it's a lot of simple ingredients that you can find at the grocery store. You don't have to go hunting.
What I'd like to have is a real demonstration of those cutting techniques. I butcher onions.
I'll put you
Watch
my
them. After watching
Truly
last
an art
night.
to do it right.
Well, I've been cooking for 8 years, and it took 2 years to learn how to use a knife properly and safely. So, when I cut my onions, I cut them on a radius. Some people cut them along the bottom this way, and then they cut them this way. I like to cut them on a radius, that way I only do it once.
Just grain it down.
Then I'll cut them into a dice.
Now, Steve, when you make this soup for our guest, how many people do you consider when you're making a batch?
When I make soup in the kitchen for the restaurant, I usually make soup for about 150 people. That's about 2 days.
Now, how many onions would that be?
About 20.
Really?
And this you've cut down proportion-wise to how many?
This I've cut down to 8 people.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was like 2 onions.
2 onions, yes. About a medium dice. However you can cut them. Just... This is a beginner soup, so...
Is that sauteed in any oil?
Nope. I'm just going to add everything to the pot
Just let it cook.
and let it simmer for about an hour.
And how come you didn't drain your beans?
I would normally drain my beans, but this soup is a very simple peasant soup, and we just add everything, no waste.
Okay.
But it doesn't change the flavor to leave the water or the juice on the beans. Bean broth.
Normally, when you don't wash the beans off, it'll make it kind of thicker. It's just the proteins coming out of the beans, and that's what you're washing off. I didn't want to wash them off this time, so it'll be a little thicker.
Okay.
So I've added onions, celery, cannellini beans. You can use Great Northern beans, and I've used red kidney beans. I've also added tomato. And I use bouillon cubes, just because it's easier, and you can find them in the grocery store. I've added garlic, black pepper, and Italian seasoning. And if you don't have Italian seasoning, you can just use basil.
Now, Darryl, you asked about a paste, some kind of a, what was that?
Well, you can use a concentrated chicken or beef paste that comes in a jar, and scoop it. Looks like slop, like
Yeah.
flavors things.
But the flavor's really good.
Yes,
Steve,
it's
you had
strong.
mentioned you use that when you're cooking in the restaurant, for the restaurant purposes.
We do. In the
Paste.
restaurant, we use chicken paste, beef paste.
So you've modified this for the home cook.
I have. I wanted everybody to be able to find the ingredients in the grocery store.
Yeah, I would never make that.
I mean, Mark will be very happy if he doesn't show up at the appointed time.
Did we want to cut this bread?
We are not going to be your sous chef. Right?
Yep.
Is it a little too crusty? Because I did what I do at home. I put something in the oven to get it there.
No, it's perfect.
Perfect, yes.
Thank God you made that.
All
by yourself.
Somebody kicked me off as sous chef. What's your best?
Oh, I make these so too.
Random clam chowder.
That seems
What is it?
You make some clam chowder.
I love them.
That's one of my favorites. All right, so it's been an hour. We're going to add the pasta. We've simmered this. Just make the vegetables nice and tender. Add the pasta and let it go about 10 minutes until the pasta's fully cooked. And we've already made a pot earlier, and we're going to pass it around and try it.
Great.
Wonderful.
Here's your ladle.
Smell-o-vision, that's nice.
You better believe it.
Oh, my.
Regina, can you help me with the bowls?
I will.
You gotta watch her, because she was a waitress and poured stuff on people.
I did. It was bad.
She was young.
Young and dumb.
Thank you. Oh, that's
And there is plenty more bread.
wonderful.
You need some bread to dip
Smells
the
just
broth.
as good.
There you go.
Do I need to wait?
I told you.
I told you.
Don't you?
Do I need to wait?
It was a lobster tail with drawn butter.
Oh,
Emily
they did in
Poe
the
says
ladies'
if the
lap.
food is warm, you should eat it.
Yes, it did. I had it up on a tray actually, and it slipped right off in this woman's lap, and I kept right on going.
Nice, huh? Oh, that's
Wasn't
yummy.
Is it good?
Oh, yes.
Delicious.
Yeah, I can do this.
You can do it.
Now, what is, yes, but what is making giving that a little bit of spice?
Oh, we need two more.
Black pepper. Fresh black pepper.
It's not overpowering at all.
Does anybody
Just
need some
a
more?
little bit of a kick in there somewhere.
We have more
Very
fresh
good.
black pepper.
Very good.
Ladies,
You could serve this in a restaurant.
That's not great.